Once again, New York City is wasting money on illegal migrants. Yeah, that's right, folks. If you're not pissed off enough now that if you live in New York City that they want to give housing to illegal migrants and basically screwing over the minority communities of New York, this will get you even further upset. Because I'll tell you, this is a repeat performance of the 1980s Mariana boat lift. I lived through that as a New Yorker. And the crime that came up from Florida into the South Bronx in that time period was excessive. I mean, they had to make certain police divisions, special divisions to handle this type of crime. And if you know the South Bronx, or you might have seen it in the Paul Newman movie, Fort Apache, The Bronx, you know how horrible these neighborhoods were. And they have, since then, they have cleaned up. But now we're on our way back down again. Because you have to remember one thing. You say like, well, they're destitute. They don't have money. They came here. Well, one, they spent money to get here. Thousands and thousands of dollars. Two, these guys, a lot of the males are out there doing crimes. They're on scooters, cars. Where are they getting this money from? Where they get this money from? You have to ask yourself. Because a lot of them say, well, I can't get a job. I can't get a job on this. And the thing about it is, some of them that end up stealing a lot of stuff and selling it off go down to Florida to spend time in Florida and return back. And you may ask yourself, well, why don't they stay down in Florida? Because some of the stuff they do up here, they will definitely get arrested and put in jail down there. And we have that situation where, we have DA Alvin Bragg, who basically, is not prosecuting the guys, but meanwhile, he's trying to prosecute the former president of the United States for things that are not really illegal. You're already another judge may cause a cataclysm in the real estate business in New York City and possibly a lot of supplies to New York, to the supermarkets and department stores and all that, because you're hearing truckers are going to start denying shipments to New York City. But what we're going to talk today is that Adams is going to be giving a debit card to migrants that they could fetch them up to $10,000 each. Now he says, well, this will help them because they'll purchase stuff from people. Then the people in the neighborhoods will be able to make money. There's no evidence that that's going to happen. A lot of people have been criticizing on him, and then there are other people that are like, well, you're being racist in the situation. No, because there are those out there suffering that basically, looking for a meal to eat, looking for a house to stay in, that are Americans. Now, this is an opinion piece by Nicole Gelanis. Sorry if I mispronounce her, off the New York Post. We'll read a little bit into this. Inside Mayor Adams' migrant debit card boondoggle. No Bid Bank gets $50 million border crossers up to $10,000 each. And that's right. The company that's going to be supplying the debit cards, they didn't even bid for them. It was a Jersey company that no other company had done any bids for this. They just picked out a company. Who knows if basically if someone made something under the table just to get this contract. And let's read into this. It takes money to make money, as the old saying goes. And apparently it also takes money such as $53 million to give money away. Earlier this month, the Post broke the story that Mayor Eric Adams is giving out prepaid cash cards to migrants. Usually for the mayor, Adams didn't publicize this story himself, and his administration for nearly a month had failed to correct several public misperceptions about it. One misperception is that the program allows the city to give out just $50 million to migrants. No wonder the mayor has been reticent. This debit card program, if you read the actual contract, has the potential to become an open-ended multi-billion-dollar Bermuda Triangle of disappearing, untraceable cash used for any purpose. It will give migrants up to $10,000 each in taxpayer money with no ID check, no restrictions, and no fraud control. You might as well have given it to them in fucking cash at this point. When the Post exposed the mayor's debit card program early this month, the mayor office spun it as a money-saving program to solve a problem. Migrants staying in hotels don't eat all their food. DocGo, the city's no-bid emergency contractor to provide migrants with 3 meals a day, throws away up to 5,000 meals daily, wasting $7.2 million a year. Some food is inedible, expired, or rotten, and other foods doesn't meet migrants' dietary needs. I got to ask a question on that. Now the next line. Let me read the next line, and I'm going to come back to you on this. Providing mass-scale meals completely with options for specific needs: halal, kosher, vegan, non-gluten. Isn't that hard? The school system does it. Airlines do it. Hospitals do it, and jails do it. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me. I'm going to laugh at this. Now I can understand halal, kosher, and vegan. I could quite 100% say that, yeah, okay, you should be giving that option. That's okay. Non-gluten? Really? Do you think that a person from a third world country is going to know what gluten is? No offense. Not saying that they're stupid. Not saying on that they're allergic to gluten or anything like that. See, this gluten thing started here in the West. And the thing about it is, you have people out there that saying, well, I'm allergic to gluten. So, do you know what gluten is? Do you know if you are truly gluten? I know people who have a gluten allergy, and you know what they go through, that they do suffer because on them. But you have people that are just like, yeah, I'm allergic to gluten. Because they've been given the misinformation that it's unhealthy to them, that it's unhealthy, that gluten's unhealthy. And this has been going on for quite some time with a lot of terminology, a lot of food. They're saying, well, this is unhealthy, that's unhealthy. Why? Because someone said it without any true research backing it. Yes, there are people out there who have situations where they can't eat gluten. It's the same way like my mother cannot have seeds in her diet, whatever seeds in her diet, whether it's a poppy seed, whether it's a tomato seed, she can't have tomatoes and stuff like that. That is normal because, it will make her sick. But that's a small percentile. That's not most of the planet. It's a very small percentile. And understand this, when you're talking gluten, you're talking stuff in cereals, crackers, beer, pastas, baked goods, soups, wheat. A lot of this stuff, if you go overseas, are not made the same way as it is in the West. Some of them don't have gluten in it, some of them don't. And when you say that they're allergic to one particular, you got to call bull cocky on that. Continuing on, instead of assuring that existing no-bid emergency contractor fulfills its duty to provide edible food, however, the Adams administration has solved its problem by retaining a new no-bid emergency contractor to provide a service with a far more scope for waste, fraud, and abuse than stale sandwiches, giving out potentially billions of dollars of hard cash. Few questions asked. Which vendors did the city's housing preservation and development considered for this contract as qualified to provide this complex financial service? New York City is home to hundreds of top-tier financial services and public benefit providers, a dream of competitive bidding pools to ensure that the city gets a good price as well as strong protections against fraud and abuse. But HPD considered only one Newark-based Mobility Capital Finance, which also has an office in Harlem. Mocarfab was founded by Coaxum, a former director at J.P. Morgan Chase, who said the death of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri in 2014 inspired him to serve the underbanked and narrow racial wealth gap. How did HPT choose Mobile Capital? The contract makes it quite clear. MoCap 5 was referred by HPT by City Hall. You can see where it came from. See, friends doing friends favors. What kind of experience did MoCap bring to the complex endeavor? Not much on there. None. As HPD helpfully notes, as a listing of prior relied emergency large contacts, MoCal Phi is a new provider of emergency service for HPD. MoCap 5 only city experience, HP notes, is a small-scale support of a city participatory budget program. The company's broader nationwide experience as a platform for prepaid card, debit cards, and bank accounts marketed to minorities. There's a lot more detail, a lot more toward this that basically I would say go to this opinion piece. But all in all, you hired a company that literally is, it's fairly new, number one. Number two, a situation like this, they're making money off of this. And the thing about it is, they're not offering enough, how can I say, enough safety features to protect it. Because guaranteed, most of this money from these debit cards are not going to go to New York businesses. Most of these cards are going to go either overseas or across the border, straight to the cartels. Remember that. Think about what's that. Because a lot of these people that came across still owe these cartels money. And the cartels are going to come to get that money. And some of them are already here. They're not, they're going to come looking for their money. We already know that MS-13 has been expanding here. So has many other gangs like the Venezuelan gangs. We've seen situations of that nature that they've been gaining traction in New York City, which basically, we have about another at least 25 other gangs, and that's not including the Italians, the Asians, and even the Russians. And the thing is that this is someone in City Hall says, I know this company, they'll be able to do it for us and stuff like that. But meanwhile, we're in New York City. We have every bank known to, pretty much every bank known to mankind has some sort of office here. But see, the thing about it is, they don't want a paper trail. They don't want a paper trail. That's the thing about this. These cards are going to go to people's hands and they're gone. Plain and simple. Poof! They're gone. As I said before, we even had, situations that there are people out there that are living on SNAP benefits in New York City, and they're living in next to nothing in SNAP benefits. Now, there have been some increases, stuff like that, but the thing about it isn't tailored to the prices that are going on right now in your supermarket. Right now at this moment, I'm looking at currently my app that that I do all my grocery shopping on. And I'm looking at a bottle of ginger ale, local bottle of ginger ale. Normally you can get like $1.50, $2. Today's price is $3.32. A bottle of cranberry juice is like almost $4 on there. Orange juice, you're seeing, other than if it's not on sale, at least $5 for a half a gallon for orange juice itself. You can go so on and so on. You can go meats, you can go vegetables, and you've seen the quality level also go down as well. Tomatoes, we used to be able to get some nice, good Jersey tomatoes, and they were big and thick. Now they're just a little bit smaller. The other day we had ordered radishes, and we ordered a nice little bushel of radishes. When the delivery came, it was smaller than marbles. My wife is laughing in the background because she knows the truth. She's like, what the hell was this? What did you buy? And I said, I ordered radishes. I said, that's not radishes. That's like a little nut. But this is the problem. We have problems in New York City. But meanwhile, the issues with illegal migrants, you have to understand, they came here illegally. Okay? First thing is that they violated the law. People don't realize it. Yes, they violated law by crossing that border. Once you cross that border, you have violated, U.S. law, and it's not being enforced. I said, the way you're going to resolve this, and I'm going to tell you straight out, resolve this. First things first, every male must be deported immediately. I mean, I'm sorry. If you're from Mexico, if you're Central America, you cross them over there on there. If you're from overseas, you are returned to your overseas country. Because remember, if you're looking for a better place to live, you had plenty of countries in between from Africa, or if you're coming from the Middle East, if you're coming from China, you had plenty of countries in between that before you got to the United States. No, you got on a flight or got on a ship, went all the way to South America, to Brazil, didn't stay in Brazil, went right through Central America, didn't stay in El Salvador, didn't stay in Honduras, didn't stay in any other Costa Rica, any other countries in between, went right into Mexico. Did you stay in Mexico? No! You went rickshaw right into the United States. And then now doing it on the other end, through Canada too, back and forth through Canada. Now we got a problem up in the Canadian border. And then the other half of this is that we're hearing Adams is now shipping people, giving them plane tickets to Utah. Yeah, they're shipping them out to Utah now. But see, this is what's making the city broke. This is why you have like Nicole Malliotakis and several other politicians, the outer boroughs, wanting to succeed from New York City because of the politics on that. And I'll tell you this, a lot of people out there, Tim Pool and all them, they say, well, you voted for them. We didn't vote for them. Look at the voter turnout and who voted for what in the last election. You're going to notice one thing, one major thing, and I'm going to show you on these sheets here. Between 2018 to the last election, you've seen a change from blue to red in certain municipalities throughout New York in general. Not only New York, not New York City, not the Bronx. You're seeing more and more Staten Island, Brooklyn, and parts of Queens have started to turn red. Upstate New York, you've seen a lot more red than it's been in decades. Look at the last election. It's the small little places, and this is what somebody said. The way to to change the perspective and power in liberal states like this is you have to win the small elections. And that's what's happening, is that we're gaining more and more of the small elections, flipping those small towns, those small cities, and reverting them to red. Because people in those cities and towns are tired of the bullshit. They're tired of what has been going on in Albany, what's been going on in New York City. This is the shit that has been going on for quite some time. And like I said, Staten Island wants to freaking succeed from New York City. Could they get it this time around? We could be close this time around. It's going to be a fight for it because people are tired. You're seeing Adam saying, well, I went out and fought crime, went out and got the prostitutes off of the Queens streets and stuff like that. Yeah, 48 hours later, the prostitutes were back on again. And these are illegal migrant. These are a lot of Asian, Chinese, Venezuelan prostitutes that are here. They are illegal. You didn't go save them. You only just shut down 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 different places. The other ones reopened up in the next 48 hours. They're still in business. So giving them $10,000 card is just literally money. You might as well have just flushed it down the toilet. You just had to flush it down the toilet. So comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Tell me your thoughts on this, because it's very, very important. Tell me, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Don't forget to like, share this video, especially those of you in New York. Please share this out. That's very important. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscription bar. It does help us, even though we're well over 1,000 subscribers. We want to push on and push on, because the more subscribers we get into here, the more people are watching, we're able to get that message out. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to grab all of our other videos here on CutieCast TV and Man with the Show. Until next time, thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are two ways, listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop, where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.